Hello guys, this video is very special because in this video we are covering with both the interview experience and also like the preparation journey, and after that and at the end we are also providing the referral. Okay, so this whole interview is about Sumo Logic and it's a remote company. So this interview is little about those who are interested in the remote jobs, or the amount is also very good, so you can be interested more. So for this, let's invite our special guest. Yeah, hey Shashank.
Hi, hi Prince.
So first introduce yourself to my audience.
Firstly, hello everyone. I am Sushant. Currently, I recently graduated from Triple IT Allahabad from IT branch, and right now I am working as a software engineer one in a backend team at Sumo Logic. Before this, I have actually worked and interned with a Techian. It's an US-based startup. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
So basically, Shashank, first I just want to know, as you tell about your introduction. So before joining Sumo Logic, do you have any offer with you?
Yes, so before Sumo, I had an offer with the Techian. So Techian also provided me a PPO with my internship. I also had 1-2 offers from some MNCs and some startup from the India. So yeah, I had an offer to choose from, but ultimately I went with the Sumo, considering everything, a lot of specs. So yeah, I had an offer, 3-4 offers at least.
So basically, the first important thing is the preparation journey, because most of the students lack in this thing because they don't know what is the right direction of preparation. So I just want to you straight question. So what's your preparation journey?
Okay, so if I talk about the preparation at such at a freshers level, usually we mainly focus on data structure and algorithmic part. So this part actually started with the very start of my college years. So since in my college there is a very good environment for the coding and competitive coding, so we got introduced to everything in a very initial years. But the exact placement preparation started, I guess, after end of second year. So when there is a summer break after second year and start of third year, so then I started with some platforms. I would say I started with InterviewBit, and there I solved almost every question from the InterviewBit. There is a very good bucketing of the topic in InterviewBit, so I solved the questions from there. Then I also started with the LeetCode and other platforms simultaneously, and yes, so preparation and data structure and algorithmic part went parallelly for around 1 year, I would say, like from start of second year till end of third year. Time when we started, companies started approaching the campuses. Till then, we had a lot of preparation, practicing, discussion, everything. So there is no exact formula how you can prepare, but I would say the time when you are going for your BTech, you should be introduced with everything. Like start participating in coding contests, start practicing the questions, ask with the seniors who are into the coding from your college. So these steps will be very helpful, and I would say a long-term preparation is anyway better than a very short 3 or 4 months of any one seats and any one thing. So I would always recommend prepare from very start.
So as you told about your preparation journey, so now tell me about your rejection journey also. The number of company rejected you and the number of company you get an offer also.
Okay, so my rejection actually started from a summer internship. So I remember after second year, company started coming for us for the summer intern, 2-3 months of summer internship. So there, I remember I wasn't getting shortlisted for any company. So it was very I don't know why we were not being shortlisted for almost 10 to 15 companies consecutively. But then I remember one rejection which hit me very hard. It was an Atlassian. So it was my Atlassian came for the campus campus summer internship, and I went till their last round, HR round. And I was the only one who got rejected, and they took 3 people and rejected me after the HM round. So this was one of the rejection which hit me very hard. But it was in summer, so it was light. Then for the placement part, I would say like I got placed in the start of September, and placement usually starts in August. So 1 month was in rejection month, I would say. Full August was in rejection month for me, and then in the start of September I got on-campus placement from Techian. So there is a lot of company I got rejected with. Most of the company I did not clear their online round. Most of the company after I rejected after the first round. So it was a part of journey, I would say.
So, what do you feel about the resume? The resume importance in the shortlisting, and like, what do you think about the resume thing?
Yes, so I would say like resume is for the recruiters, resume is their outmost priority. So until and unless you have a good profile in your resume, they won't shortlist it. Because what happens sometimes is when there is an online round for the coding, so lot of people solve almost all questions. So at least 50 people are solving all the questions given by the companies. Now company cannot take the interview for 50 people. Then their next stage is to go and shortlist on the basis of resume. So I would say resume plays very important part. So until and unless you have a good resume, good projects, I would say, good coding profiles, it is very hard for you to actually getting shortlisted from the companies. And most importantly, when you are applying for off-campus, I would say for the off-campus resume is the I would say like उससे आगे कुछ है ही नहीं.
This is really important. And the thing is that how to make your resume good. Do you have any tips for that?
Yes, so I would say make 2-3 good projects first of all on the latest technologies. So make projects and then after project you can actually mention any experience. Either it be your externship, internship, mentorship, any form of experience will reflect a very good posture to the recruiters. So 1-2 experience of any firm. I'm not saying you have to be interning at a very big MNCs, Google, Amazon like this, but at least you have 1-2 experience and 2-3 good projects. You have a coding profile like Lead Code, Interview, any platform you prefer. Mention the links and then your CGP and everything. And one thing I would recommend is, I don't know if it's important or not, a single column resume will always be better than a double column resume.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they have an ATS system, and ATS recognizes a single column with a very good efficiencies. So there is very good template. We can provide it in the description.
Yeah, definitely. We can provide the link in the description box. You can download the template and make your resume good. So now the important part is, tell me about your company.
Okay, so Sumo Logic, basically it's a public company, so it's no longer a startup.
And actually most of the person don't know about Sumo Logic. Even myself don't know about Sumo Logic. I thought that it's a startup like founded in 2019-20. I haven't heard about it, but after knowing about it, I really amazed about it. So I just want to know.
Okay, firstly Sumo started in 2010 and they had an IPO in around 2019 or 2020, so it's in public now. So actually Sumo is not very much popular just because they do not hire from every places. So they hire at a very limited amount, I would say. They also came to our campuses 2-3 years back, but now they stopped campus hiring and they hire through off-campus mainly. So this could be one of the advantages. Sumo people can consider for the off-campus.
Yeah, so that means now that is the great opportunity for those who just want to apply for off-campus.
So, and then Sumo is actually their major product is a logging system. So what happens is like lot of company uses Sumo product. Almost lot. The company I was working previously, I actually worked at a Sumo products. So their main work is basically to provide a logging for any issues or any error which may be happening with your deployment, with your local machine or anything like that. So you can read about it on the net, but on a very overview, they provide a logging system, and now they are also expanding their vertical to other securities part. So yes, they have 2-3 domains, and they acquire 2-3 more companies from the Canada and foreign countries. So yes, Sumo is now becoming a global company, and yes, it's one of the best company.
So okay, the one thing is that now he told about the company. Okay, now just go for the number of interview rounds and what they ask in the interview rounds, what type of topic and all other things.
Okay, so mine process was little bit different. The reason was like I did not apply to the Sumo, but I got contacted by the recruiter from the Sumo. So I got a message on the LinkedIn like, "Are you interested?" This profile. It was an SD1 and backend. So I was like, yes, I knew Sumo from before. So I thought like, let's give it a chance because this company is a good and the profile is also quite good. So I said yes to the recruiter, and then after few weeks, I got a call like, we can schedule your interview. So it was like when I was coming to Bangalore, it was just 2 days before I had an flight to Bangalore. So it was like very, it wasn't planned at all. It was randomly and very unplanned. So the interview round went quite smooth. It was just a 3 round of interview, I would say.
Okay.
So first 2 rounds were the technical round, and it was very heavy DSA questions. So it nothing apart from the DSA. So I was asked only the data structure and algorithmic question in both the rounds. The last round was hiring managerial round, where 2 managers from the India at a Sumo actually took my interview. So the first round was a technical round. There was an interview. It went around 1.5 hours, I would say. And one thing I would say is there was just one question in this round. Okay. So the one question went for 1.5 hour long. So you can understand like the complexity of the question. It was not from any particular algorithmic question. It was just an 2-pointer and an array question, but a lot of twisting was there. So I cannot exactly tell the question, but I would say it was a lead code hard label question. I wasn't able to solve the question in first hand, to be very honest, but the interviewer was very helpful. He gave a lot of hints at every stages when we were proceeding with the coding part. He gave hinted. Then he also helped with like the direction, like which direction I had to move. So it was a nice discussion, I would say, rather than an interview. Second round was also a DSA round. So from first round I was little bit confused, like I wasn't able to exactly tell the solution by myself. So will I get call for the second round or not? But fortunately I got call, like my feedback was positive. So second round was also 3 DSA question, and question was from from dynamic programming, one was from the tree, and one was a simple question. It was lead code easy medium question from the sorting. So 3 question in the second round, and then second round was quite smooth, and I told like all the questions. Some of the question I like similar question I solved beforehand. So yeah, both round went quite well, and then the next morning I got a call like I had an HM round scheduled. Then I was like, okay, now I might get selected. So HM round was like they discussed about like what I had worked on my internship, the architecture of the project which I worked on my intern at Techion. So very detailed about my work. Then few technological questions, and then some of the HR standard questions. So yeah, that was very smooth and short interviews.
So basically, the most of the time it's coding round.
I would say it was just a DSA for myself, and
So
that.
like lead code half, like medium level or hard level.
Okay, so I wouldn't say like a very hard label, but first round I got one question which I would rate at a hard, but second round I would say most of it at the medium. So if you are good and if you can solve a lead code medium question within a time frame, you are good enough to go for any company, I would say.
So this topic moves DP, graph or tree.
Okay, so when you are targeting for a good product company which are paying a good amount, so you should be familiar with these concepts like dynamic programming, tree, graph. So they usually ask this question. So there's no doubt over it. So you had to be very handy with these topics.
Okay.
And also fundamentals are always recommended, like array and strings.
So basically coding is most important, because if you think like you can do only lot of projects, you learn a lot of technology, at the end in the first and second round they will always ask for a coding. So first go for a coding because everything comes at last. Okay. So now guys, the most important thing and which you like the most about the compensation detail. Okay. So I want to hear what is the CTC of your company.
Okay, so CTC, Sumo provides a CTC of around 56 lakh.
56 lakh guys in remote job. It's really wow. So like the 56 lakh is the CTC.
Yes,
And
but I just want to include one thing. So this CTC is not just which I will be getting in my first year. So there are bonus and stocks which get vested over 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. Like in Microsoft, you saw like the stocks are there in every company. The CTC include the stock, the joining bonus, and all other things.
Yes.
So the most important thing, yeah. So now, what about your base?
So like I exactly cannot number the base figure, but I would say it's also quite good at par with any market or any company. So it's between 20 and 30, I would say.
Okay, that is in the range of 20-30. You can guess. So yeah, so it's a pretty good like the salary. Actually, right now for a SD1 profile, and you got a base in the middle of 20-30 in the 56 of the CTC, it's definitely very good. And so like discuss about the remote job perks and what you got from your company. How you meet with your colleague. What is the difficulty you are facing? Anything you want to tell?
Okay, so I would say remote for some people and for most of the people, remote seems to be very fascinating. So yes, it's good to be a remote company, but at the same time, sometimes I also feel little bit difficulty over there, because when you are going to a company, everybody is in front of you, so you can ask anything with anybody.
Yeah.
But when you are at a remote, so you have to ping everybody in your Slack channel. Like I have this doubt, I have that doubt. So, but ultimately, I would say at my case, so at a remote, the perk I am getting here is like they given me almost every setup for the remote work. They are reimbursing for everything which I needs for my remote setup. So that's the one thing. Second is like at Sumo, like they actually organizes the team meeting at VWork. VWork is a virtual space where companies can actually book, and the teammate can go there and meet and work together. So I had around 1-2 days in a week. Every week, my teammates actually schedule for the VWork, and I'm currently.
That is not compulsory, no?
It's not compulsory at all. If you wanted to go, you can go. They will reimburse like everything.
Okay.
And otherwise, like you can work from home as well.
Okay.
So I usually go to right now I'm in Bangalore, so I go to the VWork Bangalore. This is the another spec. And third is, I would say, the most fascinating, and one of the things which I like the most is at every quarter, 3 and 4 months, they organizes their team meetup at various part of the country. So 2 months back they organized team meet at Goa, and I guess after 1-2 months also they are going to organize at some other hill station, I would say.
That is really good.
And they sponsor app for everything, like your ticket, your living, and they you can live in a resort every anywhere you want, and they will reimburse. So it's one of the most fascinating incentive I am getting as a remote worker. So yes, and otherwise you can work from home, like you will be getting lot of concentration, there won't be any distraction. You can ask with any teammate. Everybody is quite helpful. So it's similar to go to office or work at your home. Either way you have to work. So work is work.
So now basically guys, now we have come with a very important topic now, which help you most, referral and the opening which are currently in the Sumo Logic. So now we are telling about the opening in which you can apply, and we will share the link of the drive in which you can put your resume, and we will shortlist and give you a referral on that particular job. So now, can you tell me about the opening position in the Sumo Logic?
Yes, so currently Sumo is hiring for SD1, but their profile is front end. So they stopped hiring for the back end role. But if you are a 2022 pass out or before, you can send your resume in the drive link. We would see. And if you are good fit, we can refer you at a Sumo. They are hiring for the front end SD1. At the same time, they are also hiring for the 3 or 4 year of experience pluses. But I would say, like even though you are in a front end or you are in a back end, the compensation is exactly the same. So that part is not going to affect at all.
But experience will affect the compensation. It will go up.
Yeah, obviously. So yes, so you can if you are interested, and you can look out the front end tech stacks. So we can provide you a referral. So yes.
Yeah. So basically, the guys, the motivation to create this video. Before that, I always giving the interview experience, but without giving a referral doesn't benefit the student to like getting the interview experience. So this whole interview video is a cocktail of both interview preparation journey and also the referral. Okay, So I think this will benefit you. If you have any doubt in your mind and if you want to say anything to us, you can convey through the comment section, and please drop out your resume to the drive. Okay, we will see it and we will definitely refer you if you suited the job most. So
Sure.
thanks, so, thanks man to join our channel and to discuss and to tell me more, tell about the Sumo Logic. And I think now you got a lot of employees from our video.
Yes.
So thank you guys.